It's the internet, you're busy, let's do this. I'm Jeff Grubb, I write for GamesBeat.com. This is GrubbSnax, a show I do for Giant Bomb about video game news, where you could send in your questions. We can all figure this out together. It's interactive. You go to giantbomb.com/chat and hang out with me. My kids got their Halloween parties at school tomorrow, and the little one's gonna go outside and like walk around in her lobster costume. And my wife's a teacher, so she's gonna be at work during that time. And the thought was devastating to her that my little 2-year-old in her lobster costume was gonna go waddle outside looking for her parents, and no one was gonna be there. So I was like, Jeff Bakalar, you got to give me that time off. And he was very resistant. He You know, he rules with an iron fist right now, just power tripping like crazy. So to get some revenge, I did some digging around. I started looking around at what's going on inside this giant bomb. And I got the first scoop for you here today is that Voidburger is going to be joining the team full time. They didn't want me to say it, but I'm telling y'all, they can't stop me. No one can stop me. Voidburger, congratulations. I'm very excited about this. I've loved everything Voidburger's been doing recently. If you're unaware, Voidburger Jess, she's been helping out with editing a lot of the shows, especially as the team's been taking on so many new projects. She's been like just stepping up, handling that stuff. But she's also gone on. I think she did a react for they talk over for a couple of things, and I don't know. I think this is fantastic news. So she's joining the team full time. You could expect to see a lot more of her, and I would imagine that bringing some of her own ideas to the team as well, and not just like filling in those gaps and helping out, but like actually being able to express herself, on this team as a full member. That's fantastic stuff. This is what you get for messing with me, Bakalar. Just joking. So yeah, find Voidburger and wish her congratulations there on social media or whatever, in the comments here, on the comments of her shows, wherever you can find her. I think this is just excellent news. Multiverses. This is DC. It's Warner Brothers Super Smash Brothers clone. This is a game that I had heard about some months back and got some details about it, but I was hesitant to talk about it because it didn't sound too super exciting, and it also sounded like something they were testing more than anything else. But basically what I heard at the time is, it's going to feature characters from all kinds of Warner Brothers properties. I knew that NetherRealm was not developing it, which is the rumor that happened this past week. That's not the case. But they said it looked cheap and that it could be kind of maybe go free to play. They're not sure yet, but it definitely seems like it could lean that way. And then the emphasis on the business model would be what Nintendo's doing with the DLC, but like everything will just be like, hey, we're going to release cool new characters that people can't resist and sell them to people, basically. That's kind of what we've heard so far now as more reportings come out about this, or leaks, I guess, not even reporting. Characters like... God, I don't even have like Shaggy, Batman, stuff like that. One of the first DLC characters that I've heard could be added is LeBron James. Now I know that's in the talks. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. But LeBron James in Space Jam, a WB movie, it'll probably be like, they probably just like take that character and then it's still LeBron James, but kind of like that's how they would tie it in. He was in Space Jam, so now he's joining this Multiverses WB fighter game. I'm not too surprised that we're getting sort of a glut of these games right now, these platform fighters, as Smash Brothers is coming to an end of its like active new content support. But this is a space that also I feels like it may not have room for 3 to 4 games, maybe 1 to 2 games, and one of those games will always be Super Smash Brothers. And then the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, or whatever it's called, seems like it's getting some positive reception from those fans. But I don't know. I'm just skeptical that this WB game is going to come in and like sweep Nickelodeon out of the way and become the certain number 2 game. Still, whatever. It's exciting. Go ahead, try this stuff. There's all kinds of characters that WB owns when you think about the fact that it's like Cartoon Network and HBO. I think in my story about this, I made a joke about Tony Soprano beating up Shaggy or something, beating up Batman. They could do something that wild, and that's like they have a breadth of characters that like they have They have people of color, for example, something Nintendo lacks in Super Smash Brothers. So there's obvious like advantages to having such a wide breadth of characters to pull from. And you know, but go for it. Why not? Candivore, is Nintendo aware of the dissatisfaction with the way they do business, or are they oblivious to it in Japan? This is a tough one. They definitely like are aware of some of the discussion, but they're also I'm like hesitant to say they are Mr. Magooing their way into success. They are not doing that. They are, I mean, you got to think about if you never Hiroshi Yamauchi, the president of Nintendo, like when they first got into video games and all this stuff, he was a cold-blooded businessman. And what that means is that for all of the talk of dissatisfaction, for all of the people complaining about Nintendo Switch Online N64 games and the emulation being unsatisfactory or whatever, they're looking at a balance sheet and they're looking at what you are spending your money on. And if you complain but still spend your money, they're gonna just keep pretending that they're this fun company with this really cute outer shell, and underneath they're just going to continue exploiting your nostalgia and taking your money, even though because you can't help yourself but say, well, I don't want to miss out on this stuff, even though I think I'm going to be disappointed, which is what I literally just did with Nintendo Switch Online. I'm disappointed. I'm not really playing those games. I gave them $50. Nintendo knows that. Nintendo also knows I'm probably going to do the same thing next time. And so they're not Mr. Magoo. They are much more sinister than that. And so, like, are they oblivious? Maybe, but I think it's much more, they don't care. They don't care. It doesn't, what's the balance sheet say? It says we're still making money off these people. So obviously these complaints, they don't care that much. And so why should we care? That's how I view it. Okay. We can, Amy, I'll wrap it up right now and we'll take care of it. The young one has pooped her pants. And I must take care of this. So we'll do one or two more questions, and then I'll go handle that. But thank you, everybody, for watching. And I do see there's a lot of questions I wasn't able to get to. Bring those next week, and we'll deal with that then. But for now, I'm going to get out of here. I want you all to take care of yourself. Have a good week. We'll be back next week with more stuff to talk about. I'm going to have a lot to say about how negotiations work at a company. And you know, whether those negotiations are with like a big outside partner, or even like how that compares to a relationship a company might have with an acquisition, right? And which one is better, and how does one fit into the company, and how does one you know, what are the benefits of one versus the other, things like that. There's gonna be a lot to say about this. A lot of great insights I was able to glean, so I'm gonna be happy to share that stuff. All right, you got poo-poo? Okay. All right, everybody, take care of yourself. Have a good one. Until next time, goodbye.